You see, so these are the Linux basic commands. Okay, so yesterday we seen how to connect the data Linux server. So how many ways you can connect? So there are two ways we can connect Linux machine. One is so direct login. Second remote login. Okay, so direct login means directly you have to log in with the Linux server where the server is located. You have to you have to be with the same location. You can log in with the direct login. So remote login means you have to use client tools. What are the client tools you can use to connect this Linux server via remote? So putty software. There is a putty software we can use to login server via remote or WinSCP. There is a WinSCP, putty or WinSCP. So putty software to connect the Linux server to do Linux administration task. To connect the Linux server via remotely and perform Linux administration task, Linux admin task. So what is the use of WinSCP? Suppose, okay, there is a file is there. Suppose there is a file is there. That file existing in my Linux server. I want to copy the file from Linux server to local system. Local system. I want to copy any one of the file or some software. I want to copy from Linux server to local system or vice versa. So is there any file is there Linux server? If you want to copy from Linux server to local system or local system to Linux server. If you want to copy any files or softwares. So for file transferring, we are using WinSCP. For file transfer, we are using WinSCP software. WinSCP software. WinSCP application. Yes. So for putty software, why we are using to connect Linux server via remotely and to perform Linux administration task. That is the putty software. I want to transfer some files from Linux server to my local system. Okay. So you can see here, let me open Paint. So this is my, okay. This is my laptop, main laptop. Okay. Here we installed a Windows 11 operating system. Currently, it's a Windows 11 operating system is currently running in my laptop. What is the version? Windows 11. Okay. So here Windows 11, how many partitions are there? How to see the how many partitions are there in my laptop? Tell me. Go to PC. How many partitions are there? Yes. 3 partitions. C drive, D drive, E drive. These all we call as a partitions or drives. What is the total drive? C drive total space 296 GB total. How much free? 132 GB free. The same way, what is the total capacity of D drive? 925 GB. Out of how much free? 151 GB free. Here 634 GB total space. How much free? 91 GB free. Suppose there is a file is there inside this. Inside the D drive, suppose this is the file. Okay, this is the file. This file I want to copy. This is my local system. Yes or no? This is my local system. In my laptop, there is a D drive. There is a file is there. Some files are there. I want to copy these 2 files from my local system to this Linux server. Let me start my server. So this is the icon. So this is the mission. Let me start this mission. Let's wait. It's starting the Linux mission. Linux server, VirtualBox, Oracle. Let's wait. So for copying the files from, so on this Windows 11, I installed a VirtualBox Manager. This is the VirtualBox Manager. Inside that, I create one virtual machine. Inside that, I created one virtual machine. I installed Oracle Linux. I installed Oracle Linux OEL. OEL 7.9 we installed. You can say OEL 7.9. So in my local laptop, in my local system, there is how many drives are there? C drive, D drive, E drive. 3 drives are there. 3 drives are there. C drive, D drive, E drive. In C drive, in D drive, there is a file is there. The file name is, okay. So the file name is suppose emp.tst. In D drive, there is a emp file is there. So emp.tst, that file is existing under D drive in my local system. This file I want to copy. This file I want to copy from local system to this Linux server. How to copy? How to transfer the file which are located in my local system, not in the Linux server. Here the operating system is different. Here I am using, this file is existing where Windows 11 is my operating system Windows 11 in my local system. In my VirtualBox, in my Linux server, what was the operating system here? Here OEL 7.9. It's a Linux 7.9 version. So how to copy the files from local system to Linux server? Or suppose in my Linux box there is a file is there, dept.tst. This file is existing in my Linux server. This file I want to copy from Linux machine to in my local system, D drive or C drive, whatever. In my local system, I want to copy from Linux machine to local system, from local system to Linux server. For transferring the files in between Linux server and Windows server, we are using WinSCP application. We are using WinSCP. That is the use of WinSCP software. There is 2 types of client tools are there. One is Putty software to connect the Linux server remotely. Other one is WinSCP, which we are using to file transfer. File transfer from in between Linux server to Windows server. That is people call as a local system. Local system or Windows server, both are same. Both are same. Local system. Okay. So this is my Linux server. Here, this is my local system. Downloads, D drive, C drive, this is my Windows server, Windows mission. That means local system. Okay. Let me log in. So root, username is root, Oracle. First, we have to log into this virtual machine. This is the physical server. This is the virtual machine. You have to log into, you have to start the mission. You have to log into this mission. Once you log in this mission, then we have to take the IP address. Once you log in this mission, what we have to verify? This network card should be enabled or not. Yes, we are able to see this icon. This wired connected. That means the network card is connected. Right now it's connected state. Suppose if it is not connected state, suppose if you are not able to see that icon, click here, go to the, you can say wired off, click on connect. Now its network card is connected. This is the desktop. This is the Linux server, not local system. Wherever this icon, this is the virtual machine local virtual machine desktop. Here, how to open the terminal? Right click on the desktop. Just click on open terminal. How to open the terminal? Just right click on the desktop. There you can just right click on the open terminal. So now I want to connect from putty. I don't want to continue here. If you want to continue, you can continue. But the flexibility is there in the putty. If you connect the putty, the flexibility is there. So to connect putty software, what we required? We required IP address of the server. IP address of the server. Yes. To find IP address, what was the command we used? If config. This is the fixed commands. If you go with any Linux, these are the fixed commands. To get the IP address, if config. What was the IP address? 192.168.130.145. So let me make a note. So this is my IP address. You can say 192.168.130.145. Let me verify. 130.1, the same IP address. Yes. So how to copy this? Just you have to right click, you have to copy. So this is the IP address. The currently network is connected state. Now I can go on to connect putty software. How to open putty? In my putty, where I installed putty in my local system. It's not on the Linux server. The putty software installed in my local system. How to open any application in local system? In the search menu, you can search with which application you want to open. I want to open putty. Yes, search with putty. Click on putty. So it's asking host name or IP address. What was the IP address? 192.168.130.145. This is the IP address. The same IP address you have to give. Here you can say the same IP address I given. If you give wrong IP address, it won't connect. If you give wrong IP address, it won't connect. Let me can say putty. Yes. So let me give the 192.168.130.145. You have to give the same IP address. You have to give the same IP address. Let me close these all the things. So you can pin. Okay. Yes, it's already pinned. So now click on open. Now it is first time it's asking the accept. You have to click on accept. Now which user you want to log in this server? I want to log in with root. So you have to give the username. Type username, password, Oracle. Yes, able to log in this server. What was the host name? So you can say let me change the font settings. Bold. Click on 12. Now you can say looks better. If you want to change, yes. So if you want to give more big size, you can give 14 or something. Now it's fine. So I log in as the server root user. Hash indicates root. Currently I log in with this server remotely via putty software, putty application using root username and password. Hash indicates currently login with root user. What was this? This is the username, current username. We log in with the current user root. So it will print the username. What was this? This is the host name or server name. This is the tilde. What is the symbol here? Tilde. What is the meaning of this tilde? When you log in with any user, suppose if you go to C drive, you can say, if you go to C drive, what is the current location here? Tell me. What is the current location here? Just C drive. This is the current location. So now what was the path? What was the current location right now? You can say, let me go to, what was the current location right now? C drive. Inside there is a program files are there. This is my current location. This is my current path. I am in inside program files. The same way here. So when you log in with any user, currently we are in that user home directory. So the tilde indicates current user home directory. What was the current user currently? What was the current user? Root. So tilde indicates we are currently inside root home directory. What was the root home directory? PWD. To get the current location. Here Windows, how to get the current location? This is the current location. If you change the location, yes, go to the other, can say, now what was the current location? This is my current location. I am inside this folder. Yes, I am inside Windows. You can say app patch custom. I am inside this location. Yes, current. The same way in Linux, to get the current location, you have to give the PWD, present working directory. PWD, present working directory. So tilde indicates current we are in the root home directory. What was the root home directory? What was the root home directory? You can say root home directory. Root home directory /root. Currently, when you log in with root user, so we are in the root home directory. By default, we are in the root home directory. If you log in with ABC user, what was the default location? ABC. If you log in with ABC user, so ABC home directory. What was the ABC home directory? /home/ABC, not /ABC. If you log in with Oracle user, what was the Oracle home directory? By default, it's there in the Oracle home directory. So what was the Oracle home directory? /home/Oracle. So for root only, it's giving root home directory /root. For all users, it's giving a home directory means /home/username. If you change the user, yes, just replace the username. This is the ABC home directory. This is the Oracle home directory. This is the root home directory. Clear? Now tell me, if you log in with ABC1 user, what was the ABC1 home directory? Tell me. What was the ABC1 home directory? I log in with ABC1. So what was the ABC1 home directory? /home/ABC1. If you log in with ABC2 user, ABC2 user, can say. So ABC2. What was the ABC2 home directory? /home/ABC2. Like this, the home directory will be changing according to username. Suppose if you log in with your username, Ram, what was this username is Ram. What was the home directory for Ram? Can say home directory. What was the Ram home directory? /home/ what was the username? /home/Ram. So this is how when you log in with any user, by default you are there in this location. My current location. What was my current location? What was the present working directory? Current location or present working directory? Both are same. When I ask what was the current location, how to get the current location, how to get the present working directory, you have to give this command. Now my current now I am in inside /root home directory. The root directory is root home directory is /root. I am in /root. I am inside /root. So that is the meaning of this line. Hash indicates currently login with the root user. This is the current username. This is the mission name. Tilde indicates you are in the inside current home directory. What was the current user? Root. What was the root home directory? /root. This is the information for root home directory. When you log in with any user, By default, when you log in with root user, yes, this line we can see. So what is the meaning of this line? Means hash indicates currently we log in with root user. You can see hash indicates, it indicates currently login with root user. Okay. Root indicates what was this? Current username. Current login username. Next. What is the mission name? Mission 1. What is the mission 1? What indicates? It indicates current host name. Current host name. What was the host name? Mission 1. Tilde indicates. Tilde indicates. It indicates we are in inside current user home directory. Where we are in tilde indicates current user home directory. What was the current user? What was the current user present? What was the current user right now? Yes, root. So what was the root home directory? What was the root home directory? /root. Tilde indicates /root. Current user home directory. We are in the current. What was the current user? Root. So we are in the root home directory. Tilde indicates currently I am in inside /root. If you want to know current location, to get the current location, to get the current location, or present working directory. Present working directory means you are working inside this directory. That's it. You have to give the pwd command. You have to give the pwd command. You can say pwd. What was the current directory? Where I am in /root. Clear? Till this. Okay. So when we log in with root user, okay. So it looks like, okay. So by default you can see. So this is the first user, first login. It gives the, so this is the IP address. This is the, we log in with this username. This is the last login. When the last login? 7:15. Okay. So what indicates? Hash indicates, it indicates currently login with root user. Okay. Suppose. Okay. So to get the present working directory, /root. Okay. Now there is a file is there. Suppose there is a file is there. Inside there is a ls-lrt. Suppose this is the file. So I want to copy this file from Linux server to local system. So to see the files in the current location, we have to give the ls-lrt. To see the in Linux, everything file or directory. Second point. In Linux operating system, everything either files or directories. In Windows, tell me, in Windows, everything either same files or folders. Yes or no? in Windows, in Windows operating system, in Windows operating system, everything is everything either files or folder. It should be file or folder. In case of Linux operating system, everything either files or directories. So to see the files or folder, to see the files or directories in the current location, you have to give this command. You have to give this command ls minus lrt to see the files or directories where what was the current location, pwd, to get the location. Yes, I got the current location. How many files or directories are there? I want to see ls minus lrt. Total 8 files are there. 8 file total 8 8 lines are there. Out of this, there are few files or directories are there. You can say this is the files. These colors, blue color showing all our directories. Now I want to copy this file from Linux machine to Windows machine. Suppose in Windows, in downloads, okay, there is a some file is there in D drive. In D drive, okay, some file is there. I want to copy this file. I want to copy this file from local system to Linux server. How to copy the files in between Linux server to local system? So for that we are using WinSCP tool. For that we are using WinSCP tool. So let me connect. How to connect WinSCP? How to connect WinSCP? Same. We need IP address and username and password. So we know IP address. How to get the IP address? Connect the putty. There you can give if config. This is the IP address. Yes, just select this. It's copied automatically. Yes, this is my IP address. What was the username? Yes, we know that is the root username. That is the username is root. What was the password? Oracle. If you know these all the details, we can connect server, Linux server via WinSCP or Putty software. Let me open WinSCP. How to download and install WinSCP? Just WinSCP free download. You can say download WinSCP. Using this link, you can download WinSCP. Download WinSCP. Okay. Next, once download WinSCP, you can see here WinSCP 6.3 download. Click on download. You can see here. So download WinSCP. It's starting to download. You can say yes, it started. You have to open this link. Click on WinSCP. Download WinSCP 6.3.5. After, click on download WinSCP 6.3.5. Okay, after a few days, maybe version will be changed. So there is a name. Download WinSCP like that. Once download, how to install? How to install? Install WinSCP. Go to download folder. Download folder. Double click on WinSCP software. Let me go to downloads. You can see. Let's see. Yes, it got finished. So when you click on this folder, it's go to the download. By default, any software which you download, all the files and softwares will be downloads folder default. That is the default behavior. So you have to go to downloads. How to go to downloads? So here there is a downloads. Yes, today I downloaded. This is the file WinSCP 6.3.5. What was the version of WinSCP? 6.3.5. Setup file. So this is the timestamp we downloaded. 8/10/2024, 7:34. It's downloaded 7:34. This is the timestamp. So go to the downloads. Just double click on this setup file. Click on yes. The same way you can return here. Double click on WinSCP. Downloads WinSCP. Let me, yeah, just a name. Double click on setup file. So next, click on yes. Okay. Next, and finish. So let me can say click on accept. Click on accept. Click on accept. Accept. Next, click on next. Can say click on next. Install. Let me same thing here. Click on install. Can say finish. It got installed. Now the installation of WinSCP it's got completed. Finish. Clear? How to download WinSCP software? How to install? We installed my local system only, not Linux server. We download into local system. Go to the download folder. Double click on the WinSCP setup file. Click on yes. Click on yes. It's asking admin credential. Yes means it's asking admin credential. If you click on yes, then going to install. Then click on accept. Then click on next. Then click on install. Then click on finish. We successfully installed WinSCP software. Now, fourth point. How to connect WinSCP? How to connect Linux server? How to connect Linux server via WinSCP? Via WinSCP. I want to connect my Linux server via WinSCP, not putty. So how to connect WinSCP? So if it is installed, okay, suppose let me close it. So now I want to open WinSCP. How to open WinSCP? Search with WinSCP. Yes, this is the icon, WinSCP. Click on WinSCP. Now you can say, this is the login. WinSCP, everything it should be login. We have to log in with a credential. If you have username and password, then you can log in. That is the security of Linux operating system. So new site. What is the host name? How to get the host name? We know host name. This is the host name or IP address. This is my IP address. This is the server. Every server it has one IP address. So server I want to connect this server 145. What was the username? Root username. What was the password? Oracle. Okay. How to connect a Linux server? WinSCP. Open WinSCP. Give below details. And click on login. You can say so host name or IP address. So here you have to give 192.168.130.145. Username. What was the username? Root. What was the password? Oracle. Then click on login. Then details and click on login. Now you can say let me open WinSCP. Click on new site. Okay, here open WinSCP. Click on new site. Then give below details and click on login. The same way. Click on login. Click on accept. If it is first time, we have to click on accept. Let me click on login, then click on accept. Okay, let's say it's connected. My Linux server connected. So when this right side here, you can say there are two windows are there. Two windows are there. Yes or no? There is a two windows are there. You can say the yellow color. The yellow color. So this is about a Linux server. This is the Linux server. This is the Linux server. The left side, this is my local system. This is my local system. I connected WinSCP to my Linux server. The left side, which is showing local system. The right side, the red color window. The right side is showing Linux server. So when you log in with WinSCP, what username you given? Root username. If you give root username, what was the current location? To see the current location in WinSCP, click on this folder. Click on this folder. I want to see current location of my Linux server in WinSCP. Click on this folder. What was the current location? /root. Because I log in with root user, my WinSCP. So under /root, what was the files I can see here? The same files in the servers. In the server, what files you are able to see? You can say ls-lrt. The same files I can see from WinSCP because we are in the same location pwd/root. Here also I am in the root home directory only. The same files you can see desktop, documents, downloads, music, pictures, public, templates, videos, Anaconda, initial setup. The same files I can see here. Can say documents, downloads, desktop, music. These all are directories. These two are files. In case of WinSCP, it's folders. The same thing here you can say all the files you can see because we are in the same location. So which file you want to copy from Linux to local system? The left side is the local system. The left side, if you want to say what was the current location, click on this folder. We are in the default downloads folder. C drive, users, Dell, downloads. The left side is the local system. The right side is the Linux mission. So this is the root home directory. I want to copy this file Anaconda to downloads folder. Just a drag and drop. You can say just a drag and drop. Let me create one file. These all are operating system files. So maybe let me create one file. VI file 1. You can see now there is a file 1 is there. Okay, this is the file name files. Now I want to copy, refresh here. Yes, I can see files. Just a drag and drop. You can see somewhere it's files. Let me, or else you can, if you want to change this location, you can change. There are many files are there. If you want to change, suppose, okay, you can say Anaconda. There is a, so now I'm in the, you can say where I am in, let me files. Now you can say files, the file name is files is came into local system. If you go to downloads, there is a files is there. Yes, it came into my local system. Suppose I want to move again this file to, suppose let me remove here in the server, let me remove here rm-rf file. Now there is no file with files. The file name is files. So let me copy these files. Where it is located, go to that location file. Suppose if you want to go to D drive. In the D drive there are, okay, there are many files are there. Let me go to D drive. D drive. You can see, let me D drive. Click on OK. I am in the D drive. If you want to say open directory D drive. Now I open D directory. Suppose I want to copy this file, new file into Linux mission. Yes, it's copied. You can see new file.txt. Where it was copied? To root home directory. If you go to Linux server, there I can see that file name. You can see new file.txt. Like this, to transfer the files between Linux server to local system. We can copy to any location. We are in the current location root home directory /root. In the left side, this is the right now I am in the D directory open. Currently I open D drive. So whatever the inside D, I can see all the files and folders. Here currently I am in the root home directory. If you want to copy these files, it's go to the inside root home directory. Yes, file 3 it came. Suppose if you want to copy this file, okay, Anaconda KS. Yes, it's copied. Like this, we can transfer the files between Linux server to local system. Clear? That is the purpose of WinSCP. Okay. So suppose if you want to close this WinSCP session, just close it. That's it. Close. You can say it's asking again new site. So you have to give the host IP address, username, password, then click on login. When you give your host name and IP address, username and password, then login is enabled. Click on login. It's connected to WinSCP. That's how we have to log in WinSCP. For file transferring, we are using mainly WinSCP. Putty software to log in remotely and to perform Linux task. Because here copy and paste very easy. You can say just select, it's copied automatically. Yes, pasted here. Just right click. Whatever the copied, whatever the selected. Suppose I selected this one. Just double click on, it's selected. That word. Yes, mission 1 is selected. Means it's copied. If you want to paste here, right click. In Linux mission, how to paste? Just right click. Mission 1. Yes, it's pasted. Okay. Clear any queries? How to log in Putty? So what was this meaning of this one? And how to connect WinSP software? How to copy the files from Linux server to local system to Linux server. This is the mainly purpose for Putty software for WinSCP. Okay. So tomorrow we'll start the commands. Okay. So the basic commands. So what was the how to create the files, how to create the directories, then copy files from one location to other location in Linux. In same server, I want to copy file one location to other location. Directory, how to create the user in Linux operating system. We'll see all the basic commands. These are the basic commands only. These all are almost 50 commands.